Hola clase. Let's go over our stem changing practice, E to IE stem changing verbs. First of all, let's go through these definitions. Cerrar means to close. Cerrar. Say it back to me. Cerrar. Muy bien. Next one, empezar. Empezar means to start or to begin. Entender is to understand. Entender. Pensar is to think. Pensar. Preferir, kind of a cognate, to prefer. Prefer, no, that's a pretty good cognate. Querer is maybe the most important verb on here. These are pretty, you use these ones quite a bit in Spanish, but querer is to want, to wish, or to desire, mostly to want. Vale? And make sure with preferir, you remember that it's the second E in preferir that stem changes. All right, let's do our forms of preferir. Okay, you guys ready for this? The yo form is prefiero. Repitan, prefiero. Tú prefieres. Prefieres. Él, ella, usted prefiere. Repiten, clase. Prefiere. The nosotros form is going to be preferimos. Preferimos. Note that there's no stem change there. Super important. The nosotros, vosotros forms never stem change. Vosotros preferís. Preferís with the accent on the I. Preferís. And then ellos, ellas, ustedes prefieren. Prefiero, prefieres, prefiere, preferimos, preferís, prefieren. Bottom section. Yo blank la escuela a 7:30. I start, empezar to start, I start school at 7:30. So empezar in the yo form, it does stem change because yo form stem changes. So E-M-P-I-E, Z, and then the yo ending is empiezo. Clase, repitan, yo empiezo. Número 2. Los estudiantes blank el español muy bien. Students understand is the verb. Spanish, very well. Students understand. So entender is the verb. Students is your subject, which is the same as ellos, so because it's they. So it's going to be the ellos ending, but it does stem change because it's ellos, N-T-N. And then we add the ending for ellos is E-N. Entienden. Repitan. Entienden. 3. Blank tú. Here it's a question, so the subject comes right after the blank. And the verb is pensar in the to form. Okay, it's an AR verb, so we're going to use AR verb endings, and it does stem change because to form does. So, piens, and then tu ending on AR verbs, piensas. Número 4, nosotros. Nosotros does not stem change. I was trying to trick you with one like this. Prefer. And then IR verb endings for nosotros is imos, I-M-O-S, preferimos. Number 5, Sofia, querer is going to be, Sofia is ella, so it's going to be, it does stem change, quiere, and then the ella ending for an ER verb is quiere. How are we doing so far? I'm betting that this next section was the hard part, so we're going to go through this together. Number 6, ¿prefieres tú la clase de ciencias naturales o de educación física? Number 6, prefer you or do you prefer the class of science or of physical education? You can pick either. Maybe you don't like either. I don't know. Let's just say you like PE more because that seems to be pretty popular with los estudiantes. So if you prefer is in the question, I prefer has to be in the answer. So the word yo is optional. I'm going to put it. But if you don't have it, if you just start with the word prefiero, that's fine. The verb has to be prefiero, though. Notice that it is stem change in the IE and then ends in the O. La clase de, I prefer the class of, and then you could pick either, like I said, but oops, that was not the droid I'm looking for. Copy, paste. There we go. Yo prefiero la clase de educación física. I prefer PE. Number 7. ¿Cuándo empiezas tú la clase de inglés? Okay, I used a question word. ¿Cuándo means when. ¿Cuándo means when. When begin you the class of English? When do you begin English class? So it's the time question with cuando, with when, which is going to be common with empezar for begin. So if you begin is in the question, I begin is in the answer. Yo empiezo la clase de inglés. Inglés with that accent. There it is. A las and then a time. Let's say it's, I don't know, 10 o'clock. Yo empiezo la clase de inglés a las 10. If you gave me a time and it makes logical sense, it's better, more important than, do you know how to say 10:23 or something like that? Number 8 is a tricksy one. ¿Entienden ustedes el español un poco? Understand you all the Spanish a bit? Do you all understand Spanish? Note that if y'all is in the question, it needs to be we in the answer. We do this in English as well, just not something you've had to think about much. The tricksy part here is that you go from a stem change in entienden in the question to no stem change in the answer, because nosotros does not stem change. So you're going to start with nosotros. Nosotros entender is an ER verb, so entendemos el español un poco. So we understand Spanish a bit. Nosotros entendemos el español un poco. If you could add the word sí at the beginning, or add no, comma, nosotros no entendemos. That'd also be correct. And those are the answers to this. Bueno, clase. Ciao.